be mindful of what your style is to complement your body. And that is something when it comes to maybe summer clothes, you might want to take into consideration. Are you doing yourself a favor and complimenting your body figure?
So many people don't feel good in their body because they have this belief that the only way to move their body is by going to the gym. And a lot of people don't like a gym setting, and that's fine, that's valid. The gym is not the only way to move your body and to get movement or to get activity. Hey everybody, it's Bianca.
And it's Emilia.
Welcome to another episode of Evolve Ventures, where we are helping growth-minded humans evolve by breaking one limiting belief at a time. I hope you enjoyed the last episode, 210. Are you needy or have you just been neglected? For today, number 211, Motivation Monday, 3 tips for feeling confident in your body this summer. I love summer because, hello, it's warm. I'm a flower. I bloom in the summer in the warmth and the sunshine. But I know that summer can be really triggering for a lot of people because, oh shit, it's beach season and I don't like how I look, or I don't like how I feel in my body, or I don't feel comfortable wearing shorts because of the way my legs look, or my stomach, or my chest, or whatever. And this applies to men and women. This isn't just for women.
Yeah.
I know a lot of men who struggle with body image as well.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people around this time of year, and I struggle with it too, and I used to a lot more in the past, struggle with, oh my God, I don't want people to see me. I don't want to be seen. I don't feel good. And that limited us, and it limits a lot of people from engaging in things and doing things that they want to do, that they want to have fun doing, and that they want to enjoy. So, what we're going to be diving into today are what are 3 things that you can do to really start feeling good in your body and to start developing a better relationship with your body so that you don't have to force yourself to do things you don't want to do or force crazy freaking diets on yourself in order to get your body to look a certain way. So, we're going to dive into the top 3. We're going to pitch and catch, go back and forth. And it's going to be good. So, do you want me to start?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Number 1, daily movement that makes you feel good. So many people don't feel good in their body because they have this belief that the only way to move their body is by going to the gym. And a lot of people don't like a gym setting, and that's fine, that's valid. The gym is not the only way to move your body and to get movement or to get activity and to make changes in how you look and how you feel. There's so many different things that you can do. You can go dancing, you can do hiking, you can do yoga, you can swim, you can do a sport. What is something that you like to do that you can consistently do every day, or different things that you can do every day to feel good in your own skin? For me, it is the gym. I love the gym. I did a 2-hour leg day today. I was feeling myself. It was fantastic. Not everybody, it was an hour and a half. Not everybody wants to do that though. And that's fine. What is that for you?
Yeah, I was talking to a friend yesterday who lives in California. She and her partner, for her, it's tennis. For him, it's surfing. Everyone has a different vibe on how they navigate this whole relationship around daily movement, right? Activity, that's what matters at the end of the day. Activity so that you can start to build that confidence in yourself. Really, it's that relationship with yourself and your body moving that can really help come summertime. The number 2 here is being mindful of who you're comparing to. So I want to share for those of you watching YouTube right now before my phone dies, because I forgot to plug it in last night and charge it. So I'm sharing a photo for those of us looking on YouTube. that I saw circulated on one of my feeds, and I thought it was really beautiful. And the photo itself is really ancient carvings. And there was a post that went with it that I want to just read: a reminder to any man or woman who looks at their body and finds it flawed. These are prehistoric carvings of goddesses and gods. And why I wanted to screenshot that and bring it in, and I'll probably put it on my social media feeds to kind of take a peek at, is because if you're seeing the YouTube, and I highly encourage you to take a peek if you're not, they're all different shapes and sizes. They all have different levels of muscle mass and body fat. And ultimately, that's what really I want to make sure that I'm bringing into this, is that no two bodies are the same, but yet it's very easy for us to compare our bodies to the figure, to the shape, to the mass of someone else's. And I think that that can be extremely beneficial in certain ways and really detrimental in others, and more on the detrimental side. So if you want a surefire way to not feel confident this summer, compare yourself to everyone. If you want a surefire way to feel more confident this summer, compare yourself to you and no one else, because your body is your body. It is sacred. It is its own god and goddesses in its own right. And like, that's what really matters. And I can speak from firsthand experience on this one too, because I grew up as someone who has wide hips, small waist, and like all of my friends, if I were to compare myself to all of their different bodies, I would feel really crappy about mine, instead of what I really try to do, which was embrace my body frame, my bone size, my shape, right? And how my body's composed. And I think that just being mindful overall of who you compare to is super critical. And one of the things that I'll throw in with this number 2 is recognizing what clothes, what things can really complement your body type, your body size, your body figure, your body shape. Right? Some of us who have square shapes, some of us have circular shapes, some of us who have triangulated shapes, some of us who have hourglass shapes. Like, there's certain stylists that have incredible content, free content out there on Pinterest or on their social medias that can help you find a style when it comes to shorts, when it comes to dresses, when it comes to t-shirts, whatever, bathing suits. Different styles are for different figures to complement the figure. And I've had my fun journey with that, because I say fun with a capital F, because if I were to try on a style that was for a very rectangular body shape, that would be anti-complementary to my body figure, which is more hourglass. So that said, be mindful of what your style is to complement your body. And that is something, when it comes to maybe summer clothes, you might want to take into consideration. Are you doing yourself a favor in complementing your body figure? Or are you trying to fit yourself? It's kind of like that analogy. Are you trying to be fitting into a round peg into a square hole? Like, that's just not fair to yourself. So that's tip number 2. Bianca, over to number 3.
Number 3 is set goals that empower and inspire you. So this time of year comes along and everyone is like, I gotta lose 10 pounds. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I hate myself, and I'm gonna use that hate to finally make my ass not so fat. And it's like, I'm sorry. What? You think that that's gonna like empower you at all? To like want to continue doing this, to want to get up every day and try? It doesn't work. Being a little hard on yourself sometimes can be a good thing, but when you're using shaming as a way to motivate yourself to do things, how are you supposed to like persist and continue? You're not gonna. So how can you make more empowering beliefs? So I will give everybody a perfect example. Okay, I just finished my weight cut. I had a really empowering reason for my weight cut. I did it. I exceeded my expectations. Awesome. So proud. Now I have to go into a reverse diet. Let me rephrase. I am choosing, because I don't have to, so I'm choosing. I'm choosing to go into a reverse diet and put on weight. Okay? So I just lost 22 pounds and now I'm going to put weight back on, and I'm going to do it intentionally to build muscle and to rebuild my frame after this weight loss cut. So I, for a long, long, long time, have struggled with the idea of gaining weight. Because growing up, I was always told, you look like a man, your body's too bulky, muscles are ugly on women, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I was terrified of putting on weight. And for this reverse diet and for this build, I was like, you know what? Using the verbiage of build and bulk, that doesn't make me feel good about what I'm about to do. It doesn't excite me. It doesn't empower me. What does? And I'm like, okay, what can my intention for this be instead? And my intention for this is, how can I get as strong as possible and feel like like my beautiful, empowered, feminine self? As Emilia's flexing over there. Don't make me take this off and start flexing. No, I'm just kidding. But that was my intention. And with that as my goal, that inspires me, because the intention is to feel really good about myself. The goal is, how can I feel connected to my body and feel strong and feel powerful? And how can I allow that to be in a feminine way that makes me connect with my femininity and my feminine energy? That is so inspiring and empowering to me, and I'm going to be more likely to continue it. So, what is a goal that does make you feel good, that you can work towards for this summer? And hopefully not just for this summer, but for your entire life.
Yeah, focus on that which inspires you and let that guide you a little bit instead of that shame. So, Bianca, final takeaway and episode suggestions for our listeners on this fine Monday.
For someone who has struggled with body image issues her entire life, I will say with full certainty that the way we feel about our bodies really comes down to the story we're telling ourselves about what we're supposed to look like, and that comparison set and what that makes us do in response to that. So if you can utilize these tips and start changing that narrative for you, it'll help you to start feeling better about your body. My episode suggestion is 110. Why don't I feel good enough?
Thank you for that. My episode suggestion is 135. Turn your losses into lessons. Kind of to what you just spoke about, B, is like, learn how what you've done in the past hasn't served you, and let that, if you will, loss, turn it into a lesson, right? So if you know that you're not motivated by shame, maybe try on guidance, maybe get a coach, maybe do something differently. Turn your loss into a lesson. And my final takeaway with this is really like tapping into what activity feels good for your body. Because for me, like hiking, it's one of my faves. And so I've really tapped into that and really, really put it into my weekly routine, whether that's, and you know, if you're picturing me with like a giant 50-pound backpack, that's not really hiking yet for me, at least not yet, but it's a walk in the woods. It's you know, a little bit more pep in my step as I go uphill or climb rocks or whatever as I'm adventuring. So that activity is so cup filling for me, and I just want to encourage everyone to figure out like what is super cup filling for you, and like being okay with what makes you different, what sets you apart, because that's a whole thing of itself. So we hope that this episode really helped you. And, you know, anytime you want to chat about some of these things, if you're struggling in one of the three that we talked about, or just in this in general, Bianca and I always make sure that we have time allocated on our calendar every single Sunday to help our community members be more confident. And whether it's in the summer or in whatever season it is for you, this is something that we specialize in, that we've helped so many other people in the community with. And we're literally here at your disposal to be able to jump on. It's completely free, completely private. And, what you can gain from that can really change the entire trajectory of your life. So we want to be those people that can help you evolve. And we are so excited for having you on our calendar. So click that link. It's going to be in the show notes. Other than that, we hope you have an amazing Monday. We hope that you feel more confident this summer as a result of this episode. And we're so grateful to be a part of your Evolve journey.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.